understand is that what's driving this warming, what's driving this accelerated warming, because that will apply for the next period as well. Global greenhouse emissions from human cause are still going up each year. We haven't reached peak emissions yet. If you have a look at the recent production gap report done by the UN and a whole lot of science institutions, they're basically saying that total emissions in 2050 will be likely only 5% lower than now from coal, oil and gas. And in fact, they show that for both oil and gas, the fossil fuel industry, petrostates are all planning to increase production.
Yes.
That's the bit of truth. So we're going to continue with high emissions, which is, in Australia's a petrostate in the sense that we're together the third largest exporter of coal and gas in the world. And our government keeps on licensing new gas projects. And, each new license is another suicide note for part of humanity. I mean, that's what it is. So emissions are going to continue to be high. We've also have to understand that a lot of the warming in the next 5 years is not just caused by the emissions in those 5 years, but the emissions in the past 20 years. So we've got that whole backlog, what's called thermal inertia, to come through. We've also had a process which has led to the increase in the rate of warming around sulfate aerosols. So sulfate aerosols are a product of largely of burning fossil fuels. I mean, we know of what's called dirty coal or dirty oil, which has a high sulfur content. And when you burn that, it produces sulfate aerosols, which have a very strong but short-lived cooling impact. They only last a week in the atmosphere and they get rained out, but we keep on putting them out there. I mean, they're the product of, they're what cause acid rain. So there are policies around the world to reduce sulfates.